Let's see. What is this? Okay, are we live yet? We are. Okay. Hello, 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 hello. Happy minutes away from Sunday. About 30 minutes, well, 32 minutes away from Sunday. Hello. Hope you guys are having a wonderful night. I bet you guys are getting ready for bed and all, but honestly didn't know if I wanted to stream or not tonight because I thought that my process for today is gonna take forever, lots of figuring things out and whatnot. However, it looks like we are well on our way to make something great. Alright, so right now, as you can see, I have prepared some assets to animate Case's face, and I got the pre-visual right here. Right now I'm working on my tablet, and I'm showing the display on one of my monitors because this is a display tablet. It's not, you know, a third monitor or anything. So pretty much what I'm gonna do is just animate some things, made some like looser assets here to use. Just made sure that I prepared and got some things going so we can get started. Alright, so first things first, just to show you what I did. I first started off having, let me see, I brought this camera, which was already here from the setup for 2D animation. I went ahead and added two images on top of each other via the background images here. So I brought this UV layout to make sure that when we put the UVs on Case's face that it aligns perfectly, along with the sticker. Like I used that as a stencil, and then I traced those as a grease pencil object, except for the eyes. The eyes are made up of real geometry, so I'm able to like manipulate it and add shape keys. I don't think you can add shape keys at all with grease pencil. I think you just have to do it like you have to manipulate the points. So there's that. As for this, I'm gonna make sure every element is not altered by light at all, because this is gonna be pretty much a texture that I will lay on top of Caseoh's face. Alright, and of course this is just a blank canvas, so it's not, you know, there's not really an established skin color there, because this can be as flexible as we can make it. Alright, so we're gonna lip sync Caseoh right now. So I got the pre-visual here, which is like the animation before rendering. There are a few things that I still need to get done, but I just want to get the timing correct. That's the most important one, and I got it with the audio. So now that that's prepared, we can finally animate this thing. Alright, so I'm gonna skip a few frames here, and it does seem that, at least in this camera view, I have a better idea, but I'm not sure if that'll work. Perhaps this can be a camera view, and I split the screen so it becomes like one is for the camera view, and the other is purely just the footage. And I'll animate here, and this will be like this. So it's bright, everybody can see things, especially his face. Alright, so at this point he'll have this face going on like so. Then I'm gonna make sure that I key everything, all channels, please, that'd be nice. Keyframe it, please, or duplicate, which is fine. Let me just select the grease pencil elements. Just copy and paste. So I made sure that the beard is not movable at all, so that we could, you know, just do it comfortably. It's gonna be more flexible. Let's see. The mouth is the appearance of this stash, so this can move freely. I feel like the mustache, since it's not connected, it won't have any constraints. As for the eyeballs, we're gonna also key the shape keys. Grease pencil, we copied that already, even those. We can copy this one. Let's just do that real quick. Make sure that they align at the same frame. What about the stash? Nope. Copy the stash. Yes. Alright, mouth as well. Alright, and then I will also have to manipulate the location. So when he's like this, I'm gonna animate on twos as well, because this is emulating stop motion animation, so it'll be on twos. And what do I mean by animating on twos? I mean that it animates every 2 frames. So it's going to be the same drawing for 2 frames, and then you move on to the next drawing, the other 2 frames, you know? So that's what that means. Alright, so let's start. I'm gonna move 2 frames ahead, and then I'm gonna lift this up like that. Since this is a grease pencil mode, I won't be able to see the combination of both. But now that this is here, finally I can see both grease pencil transformations or changes, and the locations, and yeah, just say grease pencil. All right. So this is 2 frames. I'm gonna make sure that everything is at constant. I'm gonna hold it for 2 more frames, and then 1. Bring this down slightly so it looks like this. I might also play with the rotation, since I already rotated this. So I'll place this as 0. Again, set it to constant. There we go. So it looks like this. Okay. I'll also select everything because I feel like the timing is a little too early. So what I'm gonna do is go to summary. Since this is the summary bar, it's in red. All you're gonna do is highlight it and then drag it. You highlight everything and it'll just automatically select everything that it reads, because summary is pretty much combining all of the keyframes into one little track so that everything is there. So as for this, I'm going to keyframe the lids and then manipulate the wink slash blank or just squinting. You can even do it a little earlier. And then everything else, Control I, maybe 2 frames ahead, like that. Just like that. Bam. This is a little oddly smooth for Lego because I know that in all the Lego mediums is pretty much choppy with their facial expressions because it skips over a bunch of, you know, in-betweens. But this is my animation. This is my project. I do what I want. It's my style. I bend the rules because I want it to be pretty, like that. I'm pretty sure every animator out there bends the rules because I know that they do. I know they do. Even Pixar animators bend the rules. Okay. Look, the thing that I did learn, because I was kind of asking this question to some experienced animators as well, and there really isn't a rule to animation at all. It's just as long as it looks good and it's physically probable, in terms of like if you're dealing with something like physics, then you know that's when you have to pay attention. But overall, if the animation looks good, nobody's gonna care if you broke your rig to do that. It doesn't have to, you know, adhere to the rules. Alright, my animation, my smooth choppiness, it's mine, my project. Okay. One thing that I kinda am wondering how to fix, the fact that, let me show you. The fact that this is not inside, it's not going to be, you know, manipulated by a boolean. Hello, yes, this is indeed Caseoh. Just don't know how to use a boolean on this, even though it's like forward. Actually, I could add a shrink wrap modifier to this little thing and attach it to this one, so we don't have any problems along the way. But that'll come in a little later. What's more important is the animation. Okay, so I got my scene on one panel, on one window, and the facial on this one. So what we're gonna do is just follow along and get the timing right. Sometimes I'll also have to draw in 4 keyframes and just replace a few things. so I can make it cohesive. Let's see. For this one where he's like trying to push his hair off of his eye in this shot, I want this one to squint. So I think I'm gonna add another grease pencil, blank, and then I'm gonna draw a little squint eye for that. Uh-oh, which one did I use? Did I use this one for the mouth? Yeah. Okay. Where is the new grease pencil? There we go. I'm gonna call it Squinty Eye. And simply right eye. Yeah, and simply just do this. Here we go. All done. Sweet. Let me make this thick, and just make sure that everything is nice and smooth, because this is like, I mean, it's a print, it's a sticker, so it needs to look smooth. Now I'm not sure if it's too short or long, but I feel like this is okay as is. Set origin to geometry is not an option. Why is that? I wonder. Because they worked on the rest. What happened? Oh, there we go. Never mind. Okay, so we got the squinty eye. And that'll pop up here on this frame. And then I'm gonna actually, yeah, since the middle is not at 0, I'm gonna do place the locations to delta so that these zero out. So whenever I feel like it needs to stay in this spot, the next time I want to use it, it'll all be zeroed out instead of having these weird, like what I would like to call trash numbers, because it's gonna get in the way, and it's gonna try to be in the original world coordinates of 0, 0, 0, and not like mine in this shot. So this is pretty good. So for this one, I'm just gonna shove you away. Make sure that's keyframed. Let's see. I don't think we need to manipulate any of the Y values at all. There's no depth that I'm trying to manipulate, so I'm gonna clear this out and lock it. We can play with the rotation a little bit, not sure which one. Okay, Y for sure. Okay, same thing goes for these. Let's clear them out. Oops. We want to clear everything here. Okay. So for this one, I'm just gonna shove it away as well. Like so. It looks slightly derpy for some reason. Just bring this in. There we go. Now this looks better. So much better. In terms of the brows, I'm going to key this one a little bit as well, along with the actual brow, not the frown. Let's keyframe. Like that. Like that. Make sure they're at constant. I'm gonna actually keyframe, not keyframe, select everything and set it to constant so that we have consistent interpolations. Alright, are we auto keying by any chance? Let me check. We are. Okay, so we're good. I'm gonna do the same thing for this one. As for the squint, I'd like to label this one as white eye or R squinty, which is fine too. I'm gonna delete the keyframes for this one because this will be our left one. L. Oh, it looks like I deleted the actual drawing. Oops. I meant to delete the animation that belongs that's associated with it. Let's just lock this one. Boom. Yeah, let's make this -1 like that, and apply the scale so that it's back to 1, and then we have this instead, and then rename R squinty to L squinty. Okay. I'm gonna take this out of the frame and then wait for the timing. When it happens. Okay. I think this can be our last keyframe for the squint before it leaves the frame once more. Then bring this back. Oops. Alright, so he still has this stern look that I want to give him because he's still angry at Ted. Of course he is. There we go. Okay, and then I'm gonna tilt the mouth a little bit. Like this, and up, and this will be rotated as well accordingly. Maybe instead of the offset being 2 frames, maybe it'll be 3. Again, don't know why this is linear, even though I made it constant. Just to make sure, to make the face look a little alive, I'm gonna play around with the locations like this. So it's like his eyes are darting left and right. One frame. Actually, let's keep both. Okay, location. Location. Then back. Hold this for like 2 frames. Another. And of course we can offset the eyeballs darting any way we like. Of course we are going to cancel this out. We don't need that one. Same, well, the location can stay, but we really need to manipulate the X more importantly. So we really want this to stay a little bit. Well, I want both eyes. Goodness. Okay, so location on this one. Interesting. So why do we have these then? Don't need that. Here we go. Location. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frames, and then I'm gonna move the location. Or like offset it. Like that. Same goes to this one. Then maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shove this back. This one back. Now since this is already being replaced, we can skip this position and like, well, not entirely, we'll skip it. To where it matches this one, I mean. So since this is here, I'm gonna bring this back and push this away. until that is done, and here we go. Alright, so we got this part done. We're breezing through it, kind of. Let me zoom in on this one better. Same with this one. Now I'm trying to go for something a little radical where, hang on, let me see, where he might widen his eyes here for a brief second. And then back to here. So this will be like that. And this will lift. But before we do that, let me just keyframe these. There's a reason why I didn't really parent these two together, because I feel like this could be flexible where it can apply here, or we're stressing case out like that. Alright, and then I'm gonna keyframe location. Just making sure that everything is where it's supposed to be. Oops. And instead, this will be here. Like that. Slightly lower, just so we can, you know, reveal that he's been stressed, like this. And of course, I ruined this one. I think this was a negative 55. Negative 55, please. There we go. There we go. What else? Perhaps we could, like, bring a copy of these before it spawns up here, by simply, like, let's see, let me see. Simply copying the grease pencil, not the transform. Grease pencil, bleh, grease pencil layer. And did we find the other one? What's this? I'm not sure what that did anyway, but it's the same drawing, I promise. All right, so just one frame over. I'll just copy the transforms as well. Why not? Just copy everything, and instead we will shrink it. So it looks like, let's see, how do we do this here? Oh no. Something like this, perhaps? And then smooth it out. Something like that. I think that that's the same technique that they used when Emmett was waking up in the Lego movie's first shot of Emmett. But I could be wrong. I mean, I'm not sure. Like they won't reveal too much when it comes to these behind the scenes productions. But it's a guess, you know? Unless they straight up, you know, tell you what they did themselves. If you happen to catch someone in the wild and they happen to have worked on the Lego movie. Alright. Now I feel like there could have been an offset. Just another frame so that there is some sort of like moment to process that this frown was being formed. Like for instance, like if I were to cover one side of the eye with my hand. Nah, never mind. I feel like this is better anyway. It's okay. Just trust your instincts if you feel like something is not right. There we go. Alright, so for this frame, we're gonna have this not so subtle you know, quote unquote continuation error, continuity error. And I want this pose to be more intense. So the brows and these, excuse me, my vocal fries are just out of whack today. Okay, so location, rotation, same thing can happen here. And I want Case's eyebrows to go as high as they can. And this to be as wide as possible to show that he's serious. Then the mouth can go back to its original position. And rotation, of course. Zero everything out. Same here. And I feel like we can make this even worse. Okay, let's bring this over because this is the drawing. Then we'll draw over using this material. Like that. Like that. Okay, so say I want both of the frowny squints and one of these. Instead of like having to copy over and over and managing this, I think like drawing these things with just the grease pencil is gonna be more manageable. Just have to make it look very Lego stickery. Like something that they would draw. You have to get it right. Like that. There we go. That's the whole pose. He went from this to this. How serious and intense he looks is... Oh my gosh. And we're not done yet because we still have oops, let's do some stroke. Yeah, we still have tongues and teeth to manage. Here we go. I want to make it seem like he's taking a deep breath in this frame where he's rising up. As you can see here. I think here is where I would like to have him breathe in. Let's see. Okay, clear the location. 3, 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna have his eyes close. The very next frame. Like that. And then we're gonna place this away. Silly location. Here we go. And then I'm gonna have fun with let's see, where's the interpolation thingy? Oh wait, I don't think it's available for non-pose modes. I think this is okay, pretty chill. Just making sure that it looks choppier to make it more stop motion like. And I feel like we can squint his eyebrows a little more. Hello, hello, Best Gamer 4.0. I'm gonna be really big in the future. I really hope. We'll see what happens, but I'm glad to have you here and tuning in for this process. We're animating Caseoh's face right now. And I think I would like for this one to look more intense the more he breathes in. So I'm gonna create another drawing that looks similar to this one, but we're gonna tweak it a little bit. So I'm gonna go to sculpt mode, widen this a little, make it a little different, just subtle variations like this. Make this more frowny, like that. And then I'm going to go 2 frames over, go back to draw mode, and then interpolate the drawings by just playing with this slider. like that. Though I have to say that it's barely made a difference, but we can exaggerate however we please by just stretching over, making this more of an arc than square. Like so. There we go. I'm gonna delete these two now because they will obviously look so much different. Draw moon. Okay, so this is all the way to 200. That's just, you know, that's just literally stretching it way too far. That's taking it way too far. So we'll find that sweet spot. There we go. And then, just to have this ease in effect, I'm going to have another frame and then just raise slightly. Like that. There we go. So it's so much smoother. And then for the brows, I'm thinking we can perhaps just tilt it a little, like so, and make it look as painful, as visibly painful as possible. Okay, and then we're gonna find the in-betweens. And because I don't want these to clash with each other, I'm just gonna move the shape key just one frame. Making sure that this is not here as well. Let's have just go down a little, like that. And then 2 more frames and up. And this tilt a little, tilt a little. This might tilt a lot. Same as this one. Here we go. You. Two frames over, and then we will see. We can erase this one and keep these. And then there we go, like that. Okay, and then I feel like we can just interpolate it as well. But there's obviously something wrong because I deleted these, which I don't understand how like we can work around that. But I think we can just do it manually. like regular old animation. And draw in betweens like OG 2D animators. Okay. Move this over. And then finally gonna move those up. Like so. There we go. Okay, I'm not sure why this stash is moving. We truly don't want it to move at all. Unless that's the grease pencil that's making it move. Nope, it's not. So what is going on? Oh yeah, I see that. I see where you are, Mr. Mustache. Sweet. Okay, then
you
at 270 he says U, so we have to make an EU mouth shape. And to do that, we're gonna work with a lot of layers. So what I'm gonna do is just to keep things organized, I'm gonna create a new grease pencil and call this talking mouth. Okay. This one can be silent mouth, just to keep things organized. And yeah, curly model stuff underrated. I know. It's hard out here being a small little YouTuber, but I just got started, honestly. I'm starting to take YouTube a little seriously, but I'm trying to have fun while I'm doing it. So thumbs up, hoping for the best, you know? Okay. So something happened there, and that's no good. We need to copy these and paste them over. So I'm just gonna do this. Copy. And find that missing link. Paste. Here we go. This is easier than I thought, honestly. I was overcomplicating it for 2 weeks straight. I'm like, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do this? Must I like buy mecha face? Must I do everything? But I don't think there's a need. I'm enjoying this, quite frankly. Like, I'm getting a hang of my sense of timing, because that was my weak point. But I feel like this is pretty good. Now that silent mouth is done, we'll head over to the talking mouth and make a U. Sometimes, like, as an animator, you might need a mirror next to you, so you can, if you're talking, making a talking animation, you can just look at yourself as a reference. But I don't have a mirror right now, so I'm just like trying to do it myself. So I have to make an E sound. Let's call this mouth base, and then next will be tongue, and then other will be teeth. Yeah, I'm gonna lock these because we don't need them now. and just simply draw. I tried to look and see if Lego had a library of faces like organized so I can try to animate it, but truly I didn't find anything. So I'm just winging it, hoping it looks, you know, closely as Lego-y as possible. Alright, I might also get rid of the radius thingy and simply shrink this down to size. And then we're gonna make a fill layer, or another material actually. Material, call this one white. And this will be a fill, and that will be our teeth. This will be alpha 1. Let's bring this up. And then we're gonna draw in some teeth. It's literally a straight line. Oops. Alright, thank you for you to do that. You just have to wing it. And because this is a stroke, we need to have a fill layer beneath that stroke, like with the mouth. So I'm trying to figure out how I do this. Okay, so let's say we're not gonna draw the teeth here, but we're gonna draw it here instead. And same material. This goes over like this and this. Where's the thing? Oh, there we go. I have to bring these two closer to each other, height-wise. I'm gonna disable soft selection as well. And then, with these layers, we're trying to... This is onion scaling. This is mask. I'm gonna use a mask, and the mask will be mouth base, I think. I don't know which one masks what, but I know that it's quite like the opposite when you're doing this in Blender. Okay, perhaps not. Something needs to be masked over something. So I'm wondering if the order matters, which pretty much seems like it does. Okay, interesting thing. Interesting. Okay, odd. That's very odd. I don't know which one goes where or what clips into where, because this is completely different from Photoshop, but I'm trying to figure out how to do this in Grease Pencil, because this is completely different from Photoshop. Grease Pencil is a little confusing. Alright, so as for the silent mouth, this pose right there, I'm actually going to I'm gonna move it out the way because we don't need you here. Oh shit, I took out The mustache too. Okay, this is gonna be tricky because I parented these two together. Man, I should have used a constraint. Hey Jeff, how's it going? Hope you're having a good day, a good night, wherever you are on this planet. Man, I shouldn't have parented these together. I could have constrained it instead. Clear parent. Let's see what happens. Well, fix the mess. I'll have to fix the mess. Let's see it. Where are we at? Okay. Yeah, this is not good. Copy location, perhaps? Uh-oh. That's stupid. Okay, how about child of instead? Nope. Nope. I mean, this is moving up, so it should copy the location no matter what. Also, let's call this stash, just to make sure things are organized. Oh, you're also from the US. Sweet. I'm glad you're having a joyful night. We gotta fix this quick. Because so far I've only manipulated the rotation. Yeah, might as well just copy it. Copy location, please. But not in that little sense. Weird. Because it's supposed to copy this one. Not even Chalib is doing anything. Oh wait, have I been tracking the wrong mouth this entire time? Let me check. Silent mouth, not talking mouth. Ooh. Man, this is a mess. It's copying it alright, it's just weird. Only want to copy the Z, please. Add original location into copy location. Oh, that's interesting. Because something's off. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is a disaster. Bring this up. What is going on, man? Why is everything messing up? There we go. Sweet. You told everybody to like and subscribe to me. Well, thank you. That's very nice of you. If you think that I, you know, it's warranted the exposure, then thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Okay, what happened here now? For some reason it's messing up. as for this one, I would like to have this to have 0 influence, stay at 0. And then from here is when we bring it back to 1. Pull this up. There we go. Here we go. Can I play a game after Photoshop? Maybe I'll leave that for tomorrow, because I'm thinking also, aside from it being an art channel, I'm thinking about having like a chill Sundays, chill weekends type of thing. Just so I have more of a personal like engagement with my audience and grow as a creative. So probably we're gonna have something similar like this, where I not only play games but I also give my input, like my opinions, and maybe teach you guys as an animator and a journalist what happens when people model things the way that they do, or whether the model is strong, whether it's good quality, is the animation good, stuff like that. So it's more like an experience and review, so experience review-ish, something like that. You like the duck? It's actually a little chicken, but yeah, she is my mascot now. This is Chicky. I got a bunch of chickies in my channel too, so if you want to check her out and her friends, you may. Alright, so last time I said that this needs to move. We will move it. I have to edit this, I think, and make something out of it. So instead of having it, let's say instead of making just a stroke, we'll have something else. Let's call it fill and stroke. So we're gonna have both. This is one. And yeah, let's get rid of this mouse and draw another one with our new material. Oh yeah, okay. We're working on math base at the moment. We're not gonna work on tongue. Like that. You're good, Jeff. I'm doing excellent. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate the comment. Okay, and then we're gonna make another material, and we will name that. We're gonna replace this one because we don't really use dot stroke at all. This will be tongue. And I think Lego tongues are already red, so not much I can do about that really. This will be straight up red. Maybe I can give it a little bit of pink-ish, but I think this is okay. Orangey kind of inferno red. So instead of stroke, we'll have it fill, so it looks like this. Like that. Now, for me to actually do this, let's try and get the teeth masked, because I'm not sure how to do this without actually, you know, just being out of the mouth, because that's not what we want. If I go to, oh, okay, never mind, it's already, ew. Oh, okay, so we're good. I think I already figured that out. Okay, teeth. I think mouth base can go down. Yeah, so the upper layers are going to be underneath the bottom, I think. And it's whichever mask you choose. So I'm just going to, oops. I'm gonna bring this in edit mode. Where's teeth? There we go. Give me teeth. Gonna move this over a little bit. And we're good. Now for the stroke thingy, I don't know how I can put it beneath the stroke, because it's already on top. Ooh, okay, I like that. Oh, we figured it out. Yeah. We got it. All right, time to play with the mouth a little bit. Pause. Points. All right, we got it. Actually, I'd like to exaggerate the mouth a bit. I'm gonna lock the teeth and just stretch the mouth a bit where he actually means it when he says you. There we go. Awesome. Is it okay if you keep coming to my streams? Whatever you want. Whatever you want, dude. It's your time. Use it wisely. If you want to join the crew, we want to be a part of this channel, I won't mind. Just as long as I can keep you entertained and educated on animation if you're interested in that topic as well, because this is an art channel as well, or first and foremost. And I'm just trying to do my best to give you some insight if you're curious about animation and all that kind of jazz, and we can hang out and play games on this channel whenever I have the time for that. So yeah, whichever you want, dude. If you want to tune into these streams, you're more than welcome to do so. Though that would be cool though if you did. Okay, something's been infected. Mod, huh? I don't really have mods yet, but keep it PG. Keep it PG. Also, I need to do the audio scrubbing. Go back here, do this. Where it says you. I'm gonna turn this into a ball, like a sphere instead. I'm gonna hide the teeth so I can clearly see. Oops. Trying to manipulate the mouth, please, not the teeth. Keep locking these, which is good because, you know, I don't want things to get ruined. Let's make this bigger. And refine the shape. Okay, the teeth will disappear in this instance. Actually, I'm gonna lock it, the teeth, not the teeth, the tongue. Let's bring this up. Here you go. I'm gonna interpolate both of these, to which, oops, can't see anything. Oh, it's supposed to like have an in between with these things. I don't know what's going on. Oh, of course, because I locked everything. Like this. Same with the teeth. If I can move it. But it won't let me. Here we go. I mean, this is pretty cool. Alright. Alright, whichever you want, Jeff.
You might.
If I could change that into a pose library, that would be awesome. If it's possible to do that in grease pencil without a rig. Horizontal split, asset browser maybe? Unassigned. No, we're gonna do current file instead, and this will be mouth drawings. Why is my caps lock on? Mouth drawings. Okay, and then if it's possible, I'll use this. Where's the button? Work as asset. Yeah, but will it copy the pose is my question. Draw mode instead? Because I looked into this and it seems like the guy had already like a rig set up, but I'm not sure if this is possible. Let's try this pose instead and we'll see. Nope, won't work. Let's clear the asset then. Let's see. Add grease pencil frames as pose. No, as asset library. Ideally, a pose library which allows you to choose from thumbnails of different frames and apply them to the timeline. In my opinion, theory, it's all there since you do the same thing by copying from the dope sheet. However, I don't know if you can copy across from object to object. For now, you can probably store frames in an action, or maybe use one frame actions as a library. Not ideal though. Well, it doesn't seem like there's a pose library anywhere at the moment, because there's no such thing. Yikes. Okay, this is gonna be something, because I have to move across things and try to figure this out.
Going up in way, it is actually now we are far from the amateur. It's really a little bit.
Trying to look into like a tutorial out here to see if there's anything.
Head vertex curve and the head is reflect. Zoom out into draw mode. It is reflect Y. We created this Y.
Nothing that I want specifically. I just want it to be in like a drawer here, or like here actually, and store all the drawings so I don't have to redraw them or copy and paste every time that I have to navigate. So I'm not sure if that is something that I can do, but apparently Copilot AI is helping here. What's it gonna tell me? Draw your frames using the grease pencil. Yes. Save frames and actions in dope sheet. Dang. Okay. Where's the action editor? Like this one? Like one drawing, right? Goodness gracious. Save these actions in a blend file, then you can append or link these. Well, that is something. We can try it. We'll see how we can do this. Dope sheet. Grease pencil, yeah. Action editor. That's not gonna work. We're gonna have to find a way to figure this out, because I want things to be so much easier for me. It's gonna take forever if I do this manually. But oh well. You might. So we're gonna do an M looking sound. Oops, my bad. You might. So let's create an M looking mouth. Can't see it. Where'd it go? Where's the stroke? Yeah, because I'm on the wrong layer, of course. What an interesting mouth shape. And that's pretty good.
You
Might. So it's gonna be a wider mouth shape. So let's sculpt it out. So it's gonna be more pinched there. Oops. smooth things out. Here we go. Oh no! Here we go. And the teeth will raise upwards. Give me the thing, please. I'm begging. What? I'm clearly selecting something else. I'm not selecting anything other than that. Where did things go wrong? Please tell me.
You might.
You might. Okay, so perhaps not. Make this a little sharp. So it's like an O sound, but a wider O. A might. You might. Bring this over. Don't know what happened to the friggin' teeth over there. Oh. And this will be hidden beneath. Here we go.
You might. You.
And then when he says you, I want his eye to go from this straight up to the board eye pose. Or whatchamacallit, the shape key. Uh, 7.75 is pretty good, I think. I don't want it all the way like that. So let's see. And then for here, I'm gonna pop them back to 0. Where's the other thingy? There it is. Shine.
You might be. You might.
Here we go.
You. You. You.
As for this, I think I want it to just kind of shrink a little. Where is the drawings for that? Yeah, right there. But it'll copy the drawing at that same location. So I might need to like switch places. So for example, I'll go like this.
Might.
Like that. I'm gonna copy and paste this on. And nudge it.
You might. You.
that. I'm going to make it disappear by just moving it sideways. And we're gonna do that with both. After that frame. Show it. There we go.
You might.
So it looks like this.
You might. You might. You might. You.
And let's say we're going to bring the mustache down after he says might.
You.
Oops.
You might. You might. You. You might. You. You might.
Okay.
You might be. You might.
All right. Because I have like such a peeve right now over this, I'm gonna do something quick and dirty. We're going to use a shrink wrap modifier on this little white circle into this one, so that we can finally have this effect without having to hassle over booleans and stuff like that, and then it clipping and being like, oh, why is it like that? Whew. Now it's in the eye. Now I can rest easy.
You might be the big.
Here we go.
You might.
Look at that. And his face is moving, guys.
You might.
Excellent. I'm gonna keep the gray, like the transparent background on, for the sake of, you know, making sure that the whites are beside the blacks. So we can like ensure consistency with the stickers as well.
You. You. You might. You might.
So when he says you might, I actually want to have that mouth have this. Oops. I want that mouth to have the same shape as the U. And since it's a glottal T, so instead of might, it's gonna be might. We're gonna have the same position of the teeth as well, because there is no emphasis on the letter T. So another thing that, you know, you need to keep in mind when you are animating mouths, you don't have to animate every single letter. Just break them down in like, or even syllables at all, because that's going to complicate things and it'll like make it seem forced, like you're trying to make the sound look the way that it is perceived, but it's actually not. Like for example, like if you say I ate today, right? I emphasized the T when I said I ate today. That is when you actually animate the mouth how I sounded. You can even try it on your own when you say it. I ate today. But if I say I ate today, the glottal T, my mouth is going to sound different, right? So my mouth is not going to sound very pronounced or look very pronounced when I say I ate. Is very different. And the T like the T sound in your teeth is not like having any sort of contact as you're speaking when you are producing the glottal sound. So therefore, when he said you might be, so he'll have the same shape as this one.
You might be.
You might be. Not you might be.
You might be. You might. You might.
Now I'm thinking the letter, like the M and B are different. B is different from M. Like your lips are different, obviously, but in terms of Lego, I'm not sure if they should be the same, because I think that I could definitely produce a different drawing for that one. It's just that
You might be. You might. You might.
so here's when he's definitely taking a breath, so we can pronounce that pushed p. You're letting air out forcibly when you're saying b or p or f, you know. So it's gonna have this, you know, suppressed or not suppressed, contained air kind of look. So we're trying to figure this out. You might. Okay, so it's gonna be upwards, I believe. Yeah, straight mouth will be okay. And when he says
You might be.
you might be, you might be, you might be, you might be,
You might. You might.
might be. So when you say E compared to Y or E sound, your mouth is definitely wider. So I'm going to use the sculpt mode and stretch out these mouths. Like so. And when you are making the B or the E sound, your lips are going to be thinner as it's making that sound. Like so. And then we're gonna bring the teeth down. Oops. Where's the teeth? Yep. B. Okay, so I think so.
You might be the. You might be. You might be. You might be.
B. B. You might be.
You
I'm
might.
gonna show a little bit of teeth, because he sounds like he's high. Or not only does he look like he's high, but he sounds like he is like, hey, what's up? Kind of look. It's ridiculous. It's goofy. There we go. We got the mouth.
You might be the.
So I might even copy this entire thing. And one second.
You might. You. You might.
There we go.
You might be the. You might be the.
instead of copying it.
You might be. You might. You might.
Alright, as for the brows, I'm gonna bring them down. He could legit. He could care less. He couldn't care less.
Might be.
And then I'm gonna go one frame, bring those two under. And then 2 frames later, I'll bring it back to original position.
You might be.
Like that.
You might be.
Making sure everything is at a constant and not linear.
You might be the.
There we go.
You might be the.
So now is like easing in.
You might be. You might be. You might be the. You might be the. You might be the. You might be the. You might be. You might be the. You might be. You might. You might be the. You might be the.
Here we go. Sweet.
You might be the big. You might be the big. You might be the.
And then I think when he says the sound is gonna be that shape, because the is like a bit when I'm doing this, but of course, because this is not realistic, it's Lego mouths, so I think it's more of a general mouth shape here compared to realism, because with realism you need to be a lot more nuanced than this. We use a whole lot of muscles than they do.
Might be the.
So when he says when he's talking about Ted being the biggest bone, I even might, maybe for simplicity's sake, I can mark the first ones here, like the poses, and then rename the markers. I think that's pretty smart. E or Y. And U. I think this can be, oops, let's be renamed to an O. And then this will be an M. Oops. M. As for the mouth, when he says U, I'm gonna make it narrower and bring it down slightly.
You might.
Oops.
You might.
I'm gonna offset this a little bit. The marker, of course. Set this up so I can see. And then mark it this one. Will be. Excuse me. Rename you.
You might.
this one. Where's this one? Get rid of it.
You might
This one be sound.
you might be
This will be the B. The, and then when he says the, we're gonna have a tongue, a teeth, well, top row of teeth, and then of course the mouth base. We're gonna copy all that. So the only difference between these two, I'm gonna put this as a marker, TH. Oops. This will be the TH sound. And of course we're gonna raise this up. So bring this back just one frame. Why did I move? Did I move the mustache? Really? I didn't mean that. Excuse me. I mean, actually, I want all of them to move anyway. There we go. Let's find our tongue material. And let me check the Lego face texture. And let me see if the tongue is actually full on red like that. Because there are lipsticks that are. Okay, Emmett. Seems like it's more of a maroon red. Like that. Like this. Because it sure is not that bright. Yeah, there we go. Found it. It's not that bright at all. Which I'll take. I mean, this is a pretty decent. Now, when you're doing the mouth shape, your tongue is stuck between two rows of teeth. So, when you're doing the shape, we're going to have this little circle right there, like so, and I'll put that in the tongue layer. And that will be in front of the teeth, and I hope that it shows when I do the layers, because it's going to be a little awkward if I don't find a way to do that. Because right now it looks like it's in front of it, and we don't want that. So let's see. So probably navigate to the layers, perhaps, and maybe mask teeth. Maybe not. How about in the teeth we mask tongue? Yeah, there we go. There we go. So now that that's at the front, maybe you don't even have to do that. Sometimes you could just put this up. And that's all it takes. And then we're going to erase this completely. Or lift it. I think lifting it is going to be easier. so that we can find it again instead of redrawing. Sheesh. Alright. Tongue. Lift this up. Please. Please. I want the mouth. What a weird thing was selected. Dang it. What's happening here? Okay, I see. It's a completely different drawing apparently, which is odd. And hide it behind the beard. But we have a problem. I think I disabled something. Yep, I freaking got rid of this one. There we go.
Might be
We don't need that one.
be the
Alright, and then I probably could try to make an in-betweener, which I think it'll be a little tricky to achieve since we're including a tongue. But I think we'll figure this one out. Maybe we'll put this, the one that's behind the beard, over there. Then try to bridge between these poses. Even though like in Lego it doesn't have that, but again, I'm doing my own thing. Oops. Okay. Perhaps I can shrink the tongue. Oops. Just the tongue. Just the tongue, please. It's a little awkward. Perhaps we don't need an in between. Yeah, we don't. I don't think we don't. We do. It's because it's too fast. I think it's way too fast to even catch up visually. So we're all good on that.
You might be the you might be the you
As for this one, I think we can manipulate the eyes. And nope, not this one. Oops, my bad, my bad. We're gonna have maybe 0.25? Quarter. Why did I keyframe over this? Man. Oh, I think it's one frame apart. That's fine. We can fix this. This will be 0. Oops. This will be 0 as well. This will be 25.25 instead. Here we go.
you might
Because it's more like less of a sharp, you know, decent.
you might be
So it's a lot smoother.
you might be the you might be the big might be.
And also, when we're making mouth animations, I think I'm gonna put a mental note that I have to keep the accents in mind as well, because what differentiates accents across all languages is the vowels. And sometimes it'll be the glottal T's in some Western countries. Sometimes, like for example, like me, I am Egyptian and I speak Arabic. You know, we have alphabets that do not exist in Western languages and other languages. We have kh, we have ayn, a, we have kh, we have q, qaf. What else do they don't have? Qaf, dad, and ta. No, dad and d. There's a heavy D, so d. Dad, qaf, ayn, ghin, kha, ha. Oh yeah, ha. It's not h, it's ha. It's like you're saying hot. It's seeming hot. Is that sound? Ha. That's a letter in our language, in our alphabet. So ha. And yeah. So it's pretty much, you have to really study the shape of the mouth. And keep in mind the accents, because the vowels will change. And especially because Case is southern, the vowels will be so much wider. And I even live in the south here. I'm in like the start of the south, and we have a mixed bag of accents here. We don't have like true southern accents, like for example Louisiana or Texas. We don't have that.
You might be the biggest.
So he says biggest bum, but he said biggest. So it's like more of an biggest. But it's also an expression, like the attitude that he says it, the way that he says it is also contributing to the way that he makes it sound.
You might be the big, be the.
And when he's doing for the biggest bum, I want him to have more of an emphasis on the B sound. So I'm going to hold that frame more.
Be the big.
The B.
You might be the biggest.
Big. So we don't have a different shape for the letter G, for big, because what is happening, your tongue is touching the roof of your mouth. It's touching the palate, not plate, the palate, or what is called the soft palate. There's a hard palate and there's a soft palate. I think it's it's touching the hard palate, the roof of your mouth. So since there is no specific shape for that, I'm going to manipulate this in a way that it looks like it is by moving the mouth. So here, for instance, and then, oops, I'm gonna bring this down. Oh my god, what is going on now? Good lord. Maybe I shouldn't animate it just yet before I do this. Hang on. There we go. And then bring those dirty numbers down to the deltas. Then we can do this. Move it down.
Biggest
Let's turn those into constant. And when he is doing the S and T sound, it's almost the same. And because he speaks through that shape pretty fast, biggest, I'm gonna retain the same mouth shape, but I will bring the teeth closer where they close. So we're gonna bring the teeth down like so, and then go like this. I might have some additions where I can have the edges of the teeth be a lot smoother, so we can have this kind of shape going on, like that. So more of a triangle. Bring this in, up. Like that. Let me just tweak this a little more. So I have a triangle. Here we go. And then I'm gonna add a marker and rename it S and then T. There we go.
biggest big biggest 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 the biggest the biggest the big
Now when I want him to say biggest, I want him to say with disgust. So I'll probably bring one of these over. When he says biggest, with this mouth shape, I'm gonna bring it over and rotate it. Like that. I might even bring in the original shape, like not the shortened one. So let me find it real quick. There we go. Where is the thingy? Wow, only one drawing. Where's the other one? Bring me the original one. Here we go. This one. I'm gonna copy that because it's a long way to keep scrolling.
might be the
There we go.
big
Look at that. Like this.
biggest bomb.
Biggest. So I think when he says the ST sound is going to disappear.
Biggest
So let me just keyframe that one. Oh, that's not how I do it. Insert keyframe, yep. And then it'll dissolve. Soon enough. I mean, supposed to. You know what? I'll do it manually. I'll do it myself. Because apparently some things just don't want to work. Bring brush over. It's a little tricky because I'm trying to release the pen pressure at both ends. This like on either ends, but it's not happening. It's not gonna happen. Because I'm just so used to releasing at the end and not at the beginning and adding pressure in the center. Then doing all that spiel. Here we go. What else? What else? Let's shove this upwards. No, that's just 1 point. Here we go. And then away with you.
biggest the biggest bomb. Biggest the biggest big be who might be the
So when he's saying biggest, I think he
be the
gonna make him glare. Alright, let's see. Can I rotate and up? I think I can have the B sound happen earlier. Just one frame over. Move it. What's happening? Why isn't it moving? Of course.
the big biggest, the biggest, the big. Be the biggest.
There we go.
You might be the biggest. You might be the biggest. You might be the biggest.
I'll do the same thing where we did the G effect. I'm gonna bring this mouthpiece down a little bit. This time.
Biggest biggest biggest
Okay.
biggest bomb, the biggest. You might be the biggest. You might be the biggest.
How can we bring this in front? No, that's not gonna make it. Which is fine. I mean, pretty much don't mind. I know that I'll simply just do it this way, but that might alter the scale.
You
That's okay.
might be the biggest. You might be the biggest bomb. Biggest bomb. You might be the biggest.
Alright, so let's take a look at what we have so far.
You might. You might be the big.
Okay. Give me a second. Sorry for doing this so quick. I just wanna deter you guys from having any distractions. So you can finally see.
You might be the biggest bomb I've ever.
Alright. All that for just a few words.
You might be the biggest. You might be the big.
I'm gonna have biggest where he's looking, where his eyes will look up. Instead of just like right there. Location. Like that.
The big.
As for the brows, I'm just gonna increase the height and just widen it a little.
You might be the biggest. Be the big.
And try to look for a pose in between these two. And I think you can do that with a Bezier. Or I can just, you know, instead of Bezier, I'm gonna go to the graph editor, look for our frames, make it linear for example or something. Linear Is that also the rotation? Nope. Because I didn't key the rotation. Of course. Let's just make sure that we got a few things going. And then we keyframe 2 frames back. And then I'm gonna bring it back to constant. There we go.
The biggest.
Like that. Easy peasy.
You might be the biggest. You might be the big. The biggest. The big.
So I'm not sure where he would look when he's looking at this saying biggest. Left or right?
Be the biggest.
Well, he's looking on his left. So I need to think about this. Where would this be plastered? On the bottle. He's gonna be looking this way. Okay.
Big.
Easy. Let's move this up a little. Slightly.
Biggest. The big. Biggest. Biggest. Be the biggest.
And he needs to blink.
You might be the biggest. You might be the biggest.
Let's have the blink be the same, but we're gonna have to rotate like this, 180 degrees.
Biggest. The biggest.
All right. Let's do halfway, perhaps. Just 1 frame over. No, this is the board one. Go 0.5. And then we're gonna go all the way like that. And then we will rotate it 180 degrees. Was it on the Z? Nope. On the X, right? Y. Why? Oops. Where am I going with my keyboard? Key this one, 180 here. Same thing with this one. And raise it. Raise it up. Oh my god. Alright. So for this one, I think I would prefer it if we were to swap these out like this for both eyes and just have it 1 frame like that. Well, minus the disorientation. And the off-putting location. Both eyes. Like that. Pretty much. There we go. And this is like the standard eye location. I don't know what happened there. This is not okay. This is not correct. Oh wait. I think I know why. Because we already looked in. Find the eye again. Here.
Ball.
Well, what is going on? Even the keys are not doing anything.
Ball. This ball.
Maybe we don't need that in between. I'm just trying to see.
Ball. 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 Ball.
I'll hold it for 2 frames instead. I think that'll be better. Well, minus this whole disorientation thing, because that's whacked up. What? It needs to be constant.
Ball.
Here we go.
Ball. Biggest. The biggest.
Here we go.
You might be the biggest. You might be the big. Biggest. The big. You might be the biggest ball. You might be the biggest. Be the biggest.
I also might change up the drawing a little bit. So for example here, it's a keyframe. Uh-oh, what is going on? I mean, must I copy? Or just drag? Goodness gracious. Where we got this? Uh-oh. Now for that, we will probably make it more curvy to match the emote. Like that. Because when you're raising your brows the way that you raise it like this, the brow bone, or your brow will shift with the brow bone or something, I believe.
Be the biggest. Be the biggest ball.
Okay, we're gonna go back here to the original shape, and among everything else, can bring his dismissive attitude. Alright, I just want to guess where, well not guess, but like I want to figure out where the original mustache location was. Wasn't here, but it was there, I believe. I think so. Gonna copy all that. Oh, that's way too high.
the biggest.
All right, let's bring in these lines again.
Biggest.
Here, when he says bum. Okay, this works.
Bum. Bum.
Let's have three phases. One where it's not there. Oops. My goodness. What is happening? There we go. One where it's not there. The other one's here, and then going like that. So it's like it's forming as he's expressing himself. Alright, just key everything. Bring it over. And the third is the original stroke.
My biggest bum. Biggest bum. Biggest bum.
I'm just gonna make sure that these are going down, arching a bit. Like that.
Bum. Be the biggest bum. You might be the biggest bum.
Sweet. We're almost gotten to the T.
You might be the biggest bum I've. You might be the biggest bum. You might be the biggest. You might be the biggest bum.
Whoops. His mouth. We need to find our sound. This one or no, this is I think this is applicable. And I think if I want to show more disgust, I'm actually going to push this up the bottom, upwards like this. Of course, we want to manipulate only the mouth. We're just gonna do it like this. Mark this and rename it disgust. And then I'm gonna bring in another material. And perhaps it's not here. I was in the silent mouth. Okay, it's okay. Got it. As for that one, we're only gonna have it for just this one frame. Pretty much, yeah.
Biggest bomb. Biggest bomb.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think here is so much better. So we're just gonna move everything over. And then the regular sound over here. Alright, and this will raise up.
Biggest bomb.
An M right here. There's M. And I actually try to include this little piece of fold and just simply manipulate it.
My bomb.
But kind of looks like a weird streak, so I'll just place it downwards a little bit. And because it's so low, I'm just gonna raise it up where it kind of aligns with the general shape of that mouth.
Biggest bomb.
And of course, I'm gonna bring the tongue down. It's very invasive right now. Can't see a thing at all. If only I could like see what is going on. Okay.
Biggest bomb I've. You might be the biggest bomb I've ever. Biggest bomb I've. Biggest bomb.
And I feel like because it's very assertive, or you know, he's very factual right now. I have to give him more of a frown.
Bomb I.
There we go.
Bomb.
Also rename this to I. I'll include I.
might be the biggest bum I might be the biggest bum. I'm the biggest bum.
I was like, that mouse is a little too high. I biggest bomb I've biggest bomb I've It's gotta be this one. One, two. Oh, that's the mustache. Oops. Now for the V sound, V and F are almost the same. So I'm trying to like imagine what the drawing would look like, but we won't be able to figure that out unless we try. Wrong one. Like this, maybe? It's gonna have more of a mouth. Perhaps. Okay, this works. Alright, I'm gonna mark this because it looks like it works for both V and F.
Bum I've ever. Bum I.
Might wanna increase the size of that mouth too. In the sense so we don't see a little bit of white. Okay. Okay, I like the scale manipulation too. Even though that was completely accidental. We're gonna do it here in edit mode, of course. This is cool. This is really cool.
The biggest bum I've ever. The biggest bum I've ever. That might be the biggest bum I've. You might be the biggest You might you might be you might be you might you might
I can't even play around with the scale here on that thing. Just so we can have like a traversal, or no, like a transformative kind of shape to things. If that makes sense. Like we can have an in between by just manipulating the scale
you might be
to make it more smoother.
you might be the you might be
Alright, so of course, because this is, oops,
be the
because this is almost going to the B sound, so I'm just gonna put it on the X.
be the be you might be the might be be the might be the might be the big might be the big biggest be the big
Another one of these. Gotta make it more obvious, honestly. Not these, of course. Just this.
be the be be the biggest be the be the be the be the be the be the
Okay, I think I like that idea. Even though it was totally accidental, I like this.
biggest big 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 big
I can even manipulate the rotation if I want, but I'll have to rotate everything? No, probably not. Okay. I'm glad that I made this a separate thing. Shit. Wait. It's always going. Is there rotation? There we go. Let's just bring this back.
big
Or have another one of these traversal stuff. Like that. That's great, honestly.
biggest big
Mm-mm.
biggest big
Something is a little off. Perhaps I should just keep it that way. like shift them. Oops. So when he says biggest, maybe I'll just raise this better. So there's more of a curve and a swoop. Like an arc. Oops. Wrong angle. Oops. Like that. There we go.
Biggest.
Maybe just land in the middle.
Biggest.
I'm gonna head to the graph editor. Yeah, thank you. Because this is bizarre. Let me get vector. Vector, and then have these become automatic.
Biggest. Biggest.
Bring this over, so we have smooth curves like this.
Biggest.
Sweet.
The biggest.
I think I can keep it that way, like at that weird angle for a while. Like just hold it there.
Biggest.
Probably this could be a vector.
Biggest.
And it'll be at 0.
Biggest.
Is this a little bizarre? Not gonna lie. Oops, no, wrong one.
Biggest. Big.
I think I can just keep it there instead of forcing it to be in the center.
Biggest.
So maybe it'll start in the center and just stay there. And biggest. And then biggest. Something like that. Alright, what is controlling that? This one.
Biggest. 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 Biggest.
Bouncy bounces.
Biggest. Biggest.
I think this is pretty cool.
Biggest. Big.
It's like an arc, a slight C curve. Yeah, it's like a C curve.
Biggest.
Alright.
Biggest.
So before anything that happens, I'm just gonna start rotating this back to 0. and I think I'll prefer it to be linear. Or not. Don't make it linear. How about this to be vector?
Bomb.
Yeah. There we go.
Biggest bomb. Biggest.
Excellent. Alright, for now,
You might
let's see what we got.
be the biggest.
So far we've got this.
You might be the biggest bum I've ever laid eyes. You might be the biggest bum I've ever laid.
Excellent.
You might be.
I'm just a fan of that breathe in animation that I did. It's just it's very smooth. I'm a fan of my own freaking work. How? Never mind. I'm just like amazed how good this turned out. This one.
You might be the biggest bum I've ever laid eyes on. I hate you and I hate everything about you. That's why Dolores has been cheating on you for 3 straight years. That's why Timmy has red hair. You're nothing but a failure and a bum. Everybody hates you. You're good at nothing. You're the reason why we let you die every single run. You are terrible, and we will never get this world record because of you, because you are a disgusting human being, and you deserve nothing nice. I literally sent this guy with a gas mask, a briefcase, and a map. I set him up for the most success you could ever.
Oh, looks like I cut off very short. We need to adjust this a bit. Yeah, it's at 1600, not 1300.
Success you could ever imagine, and he comes back, breaks the mask, breaks the map, and comes back with 2 waters.
I think that stops at 1650. So yeah, I'm gonna close the stream now. It's pretty late, and the stream is getting a little too long. However, we breezed through a good chunk of progress right there. We covered a lot of things. We problem solved in real time, as well as making new innovations in creating happy mistakes. That turned out to be a good, segue to, make the animation look smoother. Alright, so I'm getting pretty tired right now. I'll pick this up tomorrow, hopefully with more progress done, and maybe I either stream tomorrow something fun, or I continue working. It's up to me. I'll see what's tomorrow gonna look like, but that'll be y'all. Thank you guys for watching this stream, tuning in with me, and hope you learned something from this. And I hope to see you on the next one, and hope you guys can enjoy the rest of your night, evening, morning, wherever you are on this good old planet. And take good care of yourselves, guys. Alright? Have a good night.